Hey guys, I'm the Burke and I do things, and in today's video I'm going to do my monthly makeup roulette series where we go through my entire makeup collection. I tell you about any inventory changes that happened in the month of July, and then we let a number generator choose a full face of makeup for us today. I will say I did not self-tan this week, so it'll be interesting to see what foundation gets chosen for us and if I do need to self-tan in between takes. But I did do two different declutters during the month of July. I did declutter blushes and eyeshadow palettes, so there is some pretty decent progress in those two categories. So if you guys are interested in seeing my inventory updates and a full face of randomly chosen makeup, then keep on watching. Let's go. I will say, since getting pregnant filming videos sure is a lot more exhausting, the talking really knocks the wind out of me, so it'll be interesting to see how today goes. So the categories I'm going to start off with are bronzers, blushes, highlighters, and face palettes. So I'm going to let the number generator choose between 1 individual products or 2 a face palette. And in those categories, I increased with 1 new bronzer in July. I had 2 new blushes and 13 decluttered. I had no change in highlighters, and for face palettes, I had no change as well. So I'm going to go into my Google number generator. I'm going to start with the numbers between 1 and 2, and we got the number 1. So we're going to do individuals. So for bronzers, I currently have 35, and we got number 6. Oh, interesting. For blushes, I currently have 57, and we got number 50. Ooh, that's a good one. It's fun doing these because sometimes there are products I really love and haven't used in a while, so. Okay, and for highlighters, I have 40, and we got number 13. Ooh. See, that's why this is so fun. Okay, so the next category is eyeshadow palettes, and we'll again let the number generator choose between 1 individual eyeshadow palette or 2 singles, and I'll let it choose 5 different singles. So in the month of July, I got 3 new eyeshadow palettes and decluttered 14, and that totaled to, in individual shadows, 41 new in and 134 out. So it's a big change in that category. So again, we'll let the number generator choose between 1 and 2. And we got 1, so we're going to do 1 eyeshadow palette, and I do currently have 53 palettes, and we got number 50. Oh, number 50 is a brand new eyeshadow palette I've never used before, so we can have a little bit of first impression here today. Okay, so now we're on to foundation, and in the month of July, I brought in 1 new foundation and finished up 3, which is probably a new record month for me, honestly. And for foundation, I have a total of 64 in my collection, and we got number 13, which we do not need to self-tan for. I am more than happy for that one. So I do have eye primers and lash glue in the same category. I had no change last month, but out of that whole category, I have 13 total. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 13 in, and if we land on a lash glue, I'll just re-spin. Okay, so we got number 12, which is a primer, and that works. The next category is concealers. I had no change in concealers in July, so I have 28 currently. And we got number 22. That is a new one that I've never used before. Don't know how that shade is gonna work, so I guess we're gonna find out. Okay, so we've actually gotten 2 new products today. That doesn't happen very often. For setting sprays, I did finish 1 off in July, so now I have 40. And we landed on number 7. I definitely have not used this one in a while. For brow products, I had 1 in and 1 out in July, so we still have 57. And our first number is 29, which is a brow pencil. So I'll try to spin also for a brow gel. All right, let's see if we can also get a brow gel. 27 is a pencil. 39 is a pencil. 54 is a brow gel, another new product. Holy cow. 3 brand new first impressions in this video. Was not expecting that. Okay, the next category is eyeliners. In July, I have 1 in and 1 out, so I still have 56. And we got number 4. Have not used that one in quite a while. I don't know how I feel about that one with the eyeshadow palette we got. We'll make it work. Next category is face powders. I had no change in July, so we still have 36, and I got the number 17. Ooh, I approve. The next category is primer. In July, I had 1 come in and 2 go out, so now I have 42. And we landed on number 7. And that is one I approve of as well. Now we have the lip category. So I have lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, lip glosses, and lip liners. And we're gonna let the number generator choose 1 through 4. So for lipsticks, I got 1 new one in July. Liquid lipsticks, I had 1 decluttered in July. Lip glosses, I got 4 new ones and decluttered 1. And lip liners, I had no change. So we're gonna start with 1 through 4 and let it pick a category. It chose liquid lipsticks. And for liquid lipsticks, I have 101. Yep. We got number 80. Ooh. Okay. All right, the last category is mascara. In the month of July, I finished up 1, and I currently have 29 currently in my collection. And we landed on number 8. Ooh. Okay, we're going in the backup drawer for this one. All right, I approve. All right, and that is all the selecting process. I'm gonna go grab all the makeup and I'll be right back. All right, I have everything in front of you. I am not positive how the vibe of all this together is going to turn out, but we're gonna see what we can do. And I will start with the primer. So we chose number 4, which is the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Primer. This is their Healthy Glow Pore Minimizing Primer. I would not say that this minimizes pores. However, I think this is a pretty decent dupe for the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, which is quite pricey. And this is quite not pricey because it is Essence. It definitely gives your skin a legit glow. Like, I feel like that is very, very apparent right now how glowy I am. I am going to attempt to do some sort of a summery vibey look with these products we were given. Not positive how it's gonna turn out, we'll see. For foundation, we landed on number 13, which is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation, and this is the shade Ivory. I'm gonna pull this back for now because this is just gonna get in the way. I will say this used to be one of my top foundations prior to me having all of this hormonal acne nonsense. So it hasn't been a favorite for a while. I think it has a really nice glow, but it doesn't necessarily cover all the redness the way I wish it would, but it's okay. As usual, I'm not going anywhere today, so it should be fine. In the Light Illusion line though, I definitely prefer the concealer over the foundation. Okay, like between this illuminating foundation and the glowy primer, we're glowing for sure. For concealer, I did land on number 22, which is a new concealer I've never tried before. And it is the Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination Full Coverage Concealer. Illuminating, correct. However, this is the shade medium. I don't know how it's gonna work. We're gonna try it. I don't know anything about this concealer. I have never actually tried even the original Bye Bye Under Eye, which I've heard really good things about. I think this I got for free from Sephora, but I am definitely a little nervous about what the shade medium looks like. Ooh. Actually, we might be able to blend that out a bit. I'll see what I can do. I feel like I've heard people say that using your fingers with the Bye Bye Under Eye is the best. Am I making this up? I don't know. It definitely is illuminating. I do think I am gonna use my sponge and see if that soaks up a tiny bit of product. I may have gone in a little too heavy-handed there. I mean, that is definitely a lot of coverage and a lot of illumination. I actually feel like that concealer looks really nice. I mean, I definitely am going to set that because I don't want my under eyes to be that shiny, but medium was not as dark as I anticipated for sure. Okay, then we're gonna jump into the bronzer because I did land on a cream product. However, it is a cream contour and it is the ABH Contour Stick in the shade Mink. I got this mini, I think, for free from Ulta. I have that much product left. I remember I had this in a Shop My Stash a few months ago, and I really did try to like fully pan it, and I could not. It's not an all-time favorite product for me. I'm gonna buff it out with the Real Techniques Expert Foundation Brush. It's not an all-time favorite. I don't think it's the worst, but I don't think it's the easiest product to blend. So it's not really a product I'd specifically recommend to people, especially like when I really like as far as bronzer sticks go, I really like the Milk Makeup one. For contouring, I really like the Charlotte Tilbury one. So like this isn't one like I feel like is like a necessarily a must-have. I'm just gonna tap over it with the sponge. So I feel like it looks fine, but again, it's just not my all-time favorite product. Wow, we are so glowy. Okay, now I'm going to go with our eyeshadow primer, which was number 12, which is the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow primer I got in a BoxyCharm a couple months ago. And again, I'm not an expert when it comes to eyeshadow primer. I think this one is okay. I would not call it a favorite necessarily, but I think it's okay. I mean, I find that I have to set it for sure, or I personally have trouble blending, but I am not an eyeshadow master like some people. Okay, now for setting powder, I did land on number 17, which is my Physicians Formula Healthy Powder. This is currently in my Shop My Stash. This is my favorite pressed powder, which fairly certain is being discontinued, which I'm fairly certain is very annoying. And I'm going in with a BH Cosmetics number 6 brush. This is from their Marble line, which is a little bit more of an expensive brush set, but if you can find it on sale, it's pretty good. I really want to make sure we set everything today since we are wearing a lot of glowy product. And I find that this powder does not really like make you look cakey, which is convenient because I do not want to look cakey today. And then I'm going to go in with this bigger brush. This is the Moda powder brush. This is from one of their mythical brush sets, I believe. I think I was gifted this brush set from the brand. I am technically a Moda affiliate. If you want to use my code TheBurk, I'm pretty sure that saves you 10%. I'm not a very good influencer. I should probably know more about that stuff, but I mean, why strive for perfection when you can be mediocre at what you do? So I feel like we're set, but we're not necessarily quite as glowy. But I will say, like, this powder does not like make you not tacky like this. I still feel like the tackiness of all the glowy powders, but we're not necessarily beaming quite as much as we were before. So I feel like so far the base looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. All right, let's do brows. So for a brow pencil, I landed on number 29, which is the Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Pencil, which was in last month's Shop My Stash. I was shocked that I did not finish it, but I still have that much product left. This actually, I feel like, is a pretty decent brow pencil from the drugstore. It's not a skinny brow pencil, and I just find that those I just prefer, but I think as far as like a triangular shaped, I guess this is more of a kite shaped, I think this one works pretty well and pretty easily. And I have this one in the shade Soft Brown. Very easy. And then I did say I landed on a new brow gel. So I landed on number 54, which is from Beauty Junkies, and this is their clear brow gel. Beauty Junkies did gift me a bunch of brow products, so I'm excited to try this out. Speaking of Beauty Junkies, again, I think I'm an affiliate. I think my code's TheBurk. I can double check it, but I recently purchased from them a brush set that they did in collaboration with Agape Love Girl. I was very excited to see Maria have a brush collaboration. I didn't want to use it in this video because I wanted to be sure to give it more of its own like spotlight in a video. So probably sometime next week, like maybe during a try to get ready with me, I will use this brush set. It comes with, I think, a sponge, 2 face brushes, and 3 eye brushes. And if you use her code Agape Love, I believe it takes the whole price down to $20. So I'm excited to give it a go. Anyway, back to the brow gel. I feel like the brush did a good job brushing it through. So actually at the end of the video, I'll check on the brows and see how they are to give you guys a full report. But now let's do some blushing. So for blush, I landed on number 30, which is the Ofra and Samantha March collab in Chiclet. I featured this on my channel when I did Ulta's top rated makeup, because this is a top rated product at Ulta. And I'm very proud of Samantha for that. It is a really nice blush, and it definitely is gonna go with this glowy look we have going on today. Speaking of Ofra, I got a PR package from Ofra the other day. I will talk about it more in, I believe it is, no, I already did it. I already talked about it. That was Monday's video. You would see that story in Monday's video. You already saw it if you saw it. My palette bingo, I talked about that story. Pre-filming gets so confusing, so you already know the story. Good to know. Now for a highlighter, I landed on number 13, which is the Balm little mini I have here from the Balm Voyage palette, and it's the shade Kuva Karabisha. This is my first ever highlighter I ever owned. And I actually fully panned it, and I found another one online so I could re-get it because I love this shade so much. I feel like the shade is pretty close to the Mary Luminizer shade that they have, but I just happened to get this one in an Ipsy, one of my very first ever Ipsy glam bags, and totally panned it because at the time it was the only highlighter I owned, so it was so easy to go through this tiny little eyeshadow pan size of it. But it's so pretty. Oh, and if you wanted to know the brushes I was using for blush, I was using the Japanesque 961, and for highlighter I was using the Morphe M501. Okay, and now the base is basically done and we can do eyeshadow. So I did say we landed on an eyeshadow palette I've never used before, and I bought this at Target. This is from Black Radiance, and this is their Box of Chocolates palette. Mine did come broken. Well, only one of the shades. It was the black shade came broken, but there's still some in there. And they did send me a replacement, so I put the replacement aside for a giveaway because I've never fully used an entire black eyeshadow, so I didn't feel like it was worth throwing this one out. With our more summery vibe today, this is kind of a dark palette, so I think I'm going to stick to more of the lighter colors in this palette. And I don't really know if these are all shimmers besides the black. It's kind of hard to tell because the colors kind of got messed up when everything got jumbled. So I'm going to go in with this Luxie 231 with this. Do these have shade names? No, they don't. I'm just gonna go in with this like yellowy brown and see what we can do with it. Oh yeah, these are all shimmers. So maybe that's just my finger, honestly. I mean, that's kind of like a, I don't know what you call that. It's kind of got like a yellowy undertone to it. And then I'm gonna go in with this shade up here just to set something on the base. We did get a liquid liner, so I don't want to put anything dark along the lash line because I'm probably gonna go in with that. But I might try this gold more along the outer corner. I'll definitely give this palette more of a review come maybe like a month or two from now, once I get to play with it a little bit more. A little bit with the darker brown. I will say it is kind of weird that these are all shimmers except the black. I don't know if that's something this brand typically does. I've never tried anything from Black Radiance before, but I'm guessing they're from the same brand as Wet n Wild. Are they the same like owned brand? Because their like sealed up packaging looks very similar. I have no idea what I'm doing. I didn't really want to mix up our summery vibes we had going, but maybe I'll just go in with this yellow. Did not mean to get that under the lash line. Okay, I think I'm gonna go in with a liner and see if that makes a difference. So I did land on number 4, which is the Essence Waterproof Eyeliner. This used to be a favorite of mine. I have not used it in quite some time. I'm also gonna use this BH line brush to touch up any mess ups. It seems a little dried up. It might have to go because it's older than we need to admit that it is, and I think it's pretty dried up. That was not easy to get that little bit of black on our upper lash line. I'm really not liking the way this looks. I think it's because there's no friggin' mattes in this palette. I don't have anything like that works in the crease. And that like black blended away. Maybe I can try some of the matte black in this palette if I'm careful. Ooh, I hate that. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know what is happening, but I'm not digging this eyeshadow palette. I feel like everything is blending into the same color. No matter what shade I put on my eyes, they all like kind of blend into the same color. I'm just gonna stop while I'm ahead. Give it a couple more tries, but I'm not super impressed. I'm probably gonna have to declutter this because I think it's 2 years old and it is dried up. All right, let's set our face. I'm not sure if this is gonna really set it, but we landed on number 7, which is the Tarte Stay Spray. Got this little sample size of it. It has like a slight cucumbery scent. I'm also gonna try to push it in my sponge. Lips. So for a liquid lipstick, I landed on number 80, which is this mini from The Balm. And this is their Meet Matte Hues liquid lipstick formula in the shade Patient. This came in a little set that I got from the brand at Ipsy Live last year. I'm not crazy about this formula. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not a favorite. They have a very minty scent to them, but they're not like a plumping because they're liquid lipstick, so it's interesting. My lips have been so dry, so they're probably gonna love me putting a liquid lipstick on right now. Last product is a mascara. I said I had to go into my backup drawer for this one, And this is the Bobbi Brown Eye Opening Mascara. I don't really remember this mascara. I'm pretty sure I got this one from Sephora as like a free thing, but I don't remember much about the last time I used this one. I feel like I thought I liked it, but I don't know. This wand is huge. It feels like a little bit of like a dry formula. I'm not sure what that means because this is brand new. I've never opened it before. What is it doing? I don't remember. I don't know about that. Let me test the eyebrows. It's hard to tell if it fully set them. So I'll, again, keep trying this out and review it in a future mid-month makeup review. But there you have it. Not gonna lie, not my favorite month. The eyeshadow kind of just looks like one color of like diarrhea in my opinion. I don't know how we used like golds and yellows and stuff and it just turned into that color. Overall, the base, I feel like the base looks very like glowy and stuff. I think the Tarte spray did kind of set it all into place. Personally, I would not have used that many glowy products together. Like with a glowy foundation, I usually like to use something not very glowy underneath and vice versa. So we got a lot of glow. I'm pretty excited to try out the IT Cosmetics concealer some more. I thought that was really fun. But overall, I feel like not the worst month of makeup roulette, but not my favorite month. I'll definitely be excited to hear what you guys think of these products we used this month. And yeah, that is it for this month's video. As usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Twitter and my Instagram down below. Give them a follow and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!